So, do you want to become a Helldiver?
Man, I can't believe we're actually gonna become Helldivers.
If you're curious about Helldivers 2, you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you some of the basic things you need to know to get into this game, and while I'm at it, provide you with an honest review. I'm OS Full Metal, your host. Welcome to Helldivers 2.
Good luck out there. I'll see you on the front lines.
Helldivers 2 is an all-around epic game, graphically stunning with excellent attention to detail. The gameplay is dynamic and smooth. I really feel like the developers went out of their way to provide an immersive and enjoyable game experience. The best place to start is at the beginning, so here we go. From the opening of the tutorial, the game starts you off with no shortage of hints and tips that you'll want to pay attention to. Your map will highlight objectives and points of interest in the area, and you can set a pin to guide your way. Whether you're on mouse and keyboard or play on a controller like myself, the movement is pretty standard and not difficult to master. You can walk, sprint, slide, crouch, vault, and dive your way to victory. Evasion is a big part of the game, so you'll want to master diving and sprinting. Use your sprint conservatively. If you run out of stamina, it's going to be hard to escape those bugs and bots. There are two enemy types you'll face currently in Helldivers 2. They are the Terminids and the Automatons. Terminids are more of a melee enemy that will try to rush and overwhelm you. And while there are some that will spray bile or spit at you, the real danger in ranged combat comes from the Automatons. You'll want to adapt to their different combat styles, but more importantly, you need to take out their outposts. Bug holes and bot factories are spawn points for these enemies. You need to take them out quickly to avoid being overwhelmed. If you don't, the enemies will just keep on coming. Throw some grenades in the vents of a bot factory or bug hole to take it out for good, or drop a stratagem on larger outposts and nests to take them out. Stand well back from those explosions. Reinforcing dead squad mates is key to survival. When you're on a mission, you're going to lose guys, especially on the higher dives. Learn that reinforcement stratagem, and when you redeploy your forces, try to put them in a safe spot, close to where they died so they can recover their gear. Try not to lose too many divers, or you'll have a hard time come exfil.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Your support, primary, and secondary weapons are huge equalizers when it comes to dealing with hordes of angry bugs or automatons. There's no firing range to test things out on, so you'll have to learn to use different weapons and their functions in the field. Remember that some weapons won't be as effective against different types of targets. Consult your squad on what they think the best loadout is to deal with new enemy types you encounter. You obtain weapons and other gears by completing your war bond. Here, points gained from your missions can be spent on new armor, helmets, grenades, weapons, capes, enhancements, boosters, victory poses, and of course, emotes, so you can give your fellow divers a big old hug. There are several war bonds aside from the main one that can be unlocked with super credits. Super credits are found in-game and can also be purchased if desired. They change from time to time, and they'll contain unique items, so make sure you check them out. I want to make a point to say, although transactions are present in the game, I personally don't get the greed-heavy money grab vibe I get from other in-game stores. Now, handheld weapons are great and all, but have you ever had a super destroyer watching your back? Let's talk stratagems. This is easily my favorite part of the game. Say there's a mission objective or a big wave of enemies you wish would just go away. Well, just do what I do. I cast Bomb. There are many varieties of stratagems available for use. These are unlocked using currency gained from successful missions. As with weapons, they all have different effectiveness against different targets. Some are targeted specifically at the largest enemy on the field, while others are broad. Some have brief cooldown, while others may have longer cooldown time, or limited number of uses before having to rearm. Remember to warn your squad before dropping that 500 kg at your feet. Friendly fire is on, man! Improving your ship's capabilities will reduce your stratagem cooldown times and provide greater control over your arsenal and supplies. You'll really want to look into upgrading your super destroyer itself. This is done by collecting core samples during missions. You get these at points of interest and enemy outposts around the map. Back on the ship, you can upgrade your modules to give you a fighting edge. Common samples are always needed, but if you want those rares and supers, you'll have to do some higher difficulty dives. Your first dive will be on trivial difficulty, and while you'll have to worry about patrols, there won't be any outposts to deal with. You can either host your own operation by clicking on one of the yellow mission profiles, or choose one of the white ones, which are missions in progress being hosted by other players. Other divers can join your party if your matchmaking is set to public. If you want more privacy, you can set your matchmaking to friends only, but there's currently no way to have a private lobby. As you complete missions successfully, higher difficulty levels will be unlocked, and you'll be playing on Helldive in no time. Overall, Helldivers 2 is a unique gaming experience. I'm blown away by the amount of fun I'm having playing it. If you're into science fiction, space travel, and action-packed PvE gameplay, this is the game for you. You really feel like a Helldiver when you're playing. Helldivers 2 fosters a spirit of cooperation you just don't get from other game titles. And while you encounter toxic gamers in any game, there is a very clear shortage in Helldivers 2. So, do you want to become a Helldiver? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, this is OS Full Metal, signing off.